Hello. Now we have just driven through Red Canyon, which is a little bit of a red rock, and just before we get into Bryce. So getting a bit excited. We're very close to Bryce Canyon now. As you will see from the footage, you'll see all of those hoodoos through Red Canyon sort of just starting to form out of the hills. You can see glimpses of it, and then when we get to Bryce you'll see it proper. I can't wait. Bryce is definitely one of my favourites. I loved it last time we were here. We've only got one night, so one afternoon and one morning, so I definitely want to make the most of it. Time is 7:15 in the morning here at Bryce Canyon, as you can see behind me. First thing I've got to do is wrap up what happened yesterday afternoon, last night, because we were so busy I didn't get to vlog about it at all. It seemed like I was in a bit of a panic, but we only have such a short time here, and it's definitely one of my favourite places to photograph, and I'll probably explain that in a minute as well. Once I got here, the light was sketchy, but one of the great things about Bryce is because of the colour in the soil, in the dirt. It kind of goes from light grey to white to orange, almost to red. It's actually kind of almost got its own tone and its own, in the same way a makeup artist sort of sculpts a face or something like this. You don't actually need direct light to get all that definition. So because it was all just ambient light, no direct light, you could still get quite good shots. And then when the good light did come out, you get these real nice highlights, which turned out really well. So I was very happy with the photographs of those sort of just pockets of highlight, and because there's so many spires, anywhere the light hit, there'd be these shadows and colour, and so yeah, so that turned out really well. And I managed to get a couple of time lapses as well that I think I'll be pretty happy with. Sunset was okay as well, so I got a shot over at Sunset Point, which is further over that way. Last night I waited till a bit later to come out and get some nighttime photos. I was almost thinking about doing a time lapse. I didn't. I came out and of course it's pitch black. There's a tiny bit of moonlight to light up the actual canyon itself, but it was setting fast, so I got pretty much just one or two shots, and I left it at that. I was going to go down to get the shot up one of the hoodoos, but I was just too freaked out for this reason. As I was walking along the path to head down, I saw like a dozen pairs of eyes just turn and look at me, just green eyes in the blackness, and I'm like, holy cow, what the hell are these? And they were about sort of, you probably can't see it, but they're sort of about the height of, say, a wolf or something like that. I'm going, what the hell is that? And I just started backing away. There's no way I was going down that path, because there was no one else around. It was just me. I backed up. I thought, I didn't want to turn around, but I did turn around, and face to face with another two pairs of eyes, and they were deer. So yeah, I kind of freaked out, but then I realised they were deer, but the damage was done. I thought, no, there's no way I'm going to continue. So I did get a nice shot. I thought a pretty cool shot, which we'll show you as well. So that sort of brings us then to the morning. So not a lot of sleep. Found my position. There was one family there and me, and that's it. It's sort of about 5:15, 5:30, something like that. Just waited, and then all of a sudden people just started piling in, and there were just so many people just crammed in and just trying to push their way in. And I was only taking up a one-person space, had the legs of my tripod in tight, all just contained with a single person space, and still these people pushing in. Because what happens is they try and push in and they kick the legs of your tripod. Your time lapse is ruined then. I literally had to kind of fight to keep people from just barging through. Yeah, it just wasn't a pleasant experience by comparison to, say, the one at Hoppy Point, where it's meant to be super busy. There at Grand Canyon, and it wasn't. It was perfectly quiet and still, and it's pretty quiet now. There's hardly anyone around, but yeah, that whole sunrise experience wasn't great, but that's good. I got the job done, and that's all I was there to do. So anyway, I think I'll wrap up for this part right here. I'll go and do some more vlogging down in the hoodoos, as I said, and I will catch you later. See ya. Okay, I'm just starting. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So yeah, the trail just switches back and forth. It says it's 1.3 mile round trip, so I should be alright for time. I just dodged, there was the massive big, I think French tour group. They were also at Arches as well at some point when we were there, so I'll try and keep ahead of them. I was just walking past a lady back there and she slipped over. I swear I didn't touch her or anywhere near her, but her husband turned around and looked at me like, "What have you done to my wife?" But I'm telling you, I didn't touch her. She just slipped over. I offered to help to pick her up. Anyway, hopefully she's alright. Okay, we're just about to get to the famous switchback bit in the canyon, so I'm just going to show you what that looks like. I've taken a couple of photos. Okay, here we go. Just said hello to a lovely Indian couple, and they're on their way back up from the hike. I ran into them yesterday afternoon with their father-in-law, and yeah, this is one of the great things about doing this, is running into people like that. We're running into people from other, like from Arches and Grand Canyon and other places all the way along. I guess it's quite an obvious trip if you're traveling, doing a tour of all these national parks, so you tend to keep bumping into people as you go along. It's one of my favourite things, but in doing these sort of tours is meeting all the people and just having a chat. And it won't be too bad heading back up. It's not that far. This is just a little taster for what I'll get on a much grander scale, just dodging people a bit, when I do Ange's Landing. Okay, almost at the end. I'm just going to show what it looks like back up. Right, I've reached the bottom of the switchbacks. They're all the way back up there behind me. It's quieting down a lot. There's a lot less people down here, and it's a lot cooler. Okay, I'm out of the canyony bit and I'm into this open foresty bit, which is kind of cool. Okay, I've decided to cheat a little bit. As I showed you down there, it kind of opens just into this foresty thing. I guess it ambles around to the other point, but I want to see some more of these hoodoos, so I'm going to go back up the switchback all the way back across to Sunrise Point and just go down a little bit there just to see some of the hoodoos there. I'll see you at the top of the switchback. Rightio, just finished walking up the switchbacks. I made pretty good time, but as predicted, not as much fun on the way up as on the way down. I'm at the trailhead of the Queen's Garden Loop. Massive tour group just headed down in front of me. Contemplating not doing it, but I think I will. I'll just walk down a bit till I see these cool looking sort of hoodoos, and then I'll head back up, because then we'll have to go. I've made it to the first of the decent looking hoodoos. As you can see behind me, there's just 3 of them in a row there. But I'm not going to go any further because I think I've run out of time. I did this Queen's Garden loop the last time we were here, about 6 or 7 years ago, and it was lovely. It was really good. I don't have any of the photos on stock with me, so they probably won't get included in the vlog. Maybe at some other point, if we do some sort of wrap up, I might be able to include some. But yeah, it's just more of these hoodoos, but much bigger and much redder as well, and they're all sort of stacked together down the bottom of this, but I don't have time to go down there. You haven't seen much of Ange this vlog. Sorry about that, you've had to put up with me this whole time. But Ange tweaked her back a bit, and we're pretty sure it happened at the Sunset Grill. Awesome restaurant, thoroughly recommend it. It was just the chairs were kind of like these outdoor lounge chairs, and even I twinged my back as well. It wasn't as bad as Ange's, but yeah, she definitely twinged her back, and so for the last day and a half she's kind of been just recovering, and she is doing that right now. So I will head back and start packing the car and doing all that sort of stuff so we can head on to Zion and check out, and I'll wrap up myself here from Bryce. One afternoon and one morning certainly isn't enough. You need more time than this. I wish we had another day at least. It really is a cool park. It's just lovely to photograph. You're just endless photographic opportunities, and yeah, but unfortunately that's all the time I've got for this one, so I will see you on the next vlog. Vlog out. Say hi to the vlog, Ange.
Hi.
And welcome to Bryce Canyon. Yay, she's finally joined the Bryce vlog. We're very happy. Feeling better today?
A bit better, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. So I was saying before that I was apologising that it was only me speaking this whole vlog, but finally we have Ange. Yay! So we were just about to leave, and Ange was like, you know, I haven't actually seen it yet this time around. So we've driven to Inspiration Point, which is good because we haven't been to Inspiration Point before. What do you think, Ange?
I like it. I like it.
Very good. Okay, then we'll get some shots and we will see you later.